there's some pros and cons to the both now. So we are getting into this game now. We do have in the top right corner on Fighting Spirit playing as the red Protoss, it is Teddybear. And in the bottom left corner, playing as the teal, we let him LaLush. He's proving that he can relearn Starbow, evening up the series. Yeah, and that sentence just completely destroyed itself. Yes!
That's okay. I'm back.
You're back. The chocolate was good?
Well, yeah, it was, but I also almost choked on it, so I might be not speaking as much for the next minute or so.
You should know that chocolate melts on certain heats that are inside the body, so if you have a piece of chocolate stuck in your throat, it will eventually go away.
Yeah, it's not just chocolate, though. It's also marzipan, I think. It's a mess of sugar, basically. It's sugar covered in chocolate.
That's nice. I love marzipan bars. We have those in Norway too. Unfortunately, I never found them in America, but they're really, really good.
Really, they're not in America?
No, they don't really know. From my experience, I never really met anyone who almost knew what it was. So
really,
yep.
That's. I mean,
it's pretty sad.
Like the land of fat and sugar. I would have imagined that like. They know caramel and they know chocolate, so why wouldn't they know marzipan? It's like the best of both worlds.
I think it's something that there's something else than sugar. That there's actually almonds. That's a nut.
Right. No, of course, that's very true. Yeah, it is, of course, based on almonds. So people with nut allergies I don't think they get to eat it.
No, they don't. I have a wife who's somewhat allergic to nuts, and she can't eat marzipan. Which is always nice, because whenever we get a marzipan chocolate as a present or something, I get to eat everything.
Well, I mean, every downside has a benefit, right?
Yes. Oh, that makes me sound like such a cynical person. Okay, let's get into this game a little bit, but we do fill up early on with a little bit, of course, because there's not that much going on. But we have this gateway before Forge again from Teddybear. It is greedy, and LaLush has scouted it. This would be straight up countered by a very early pool, but I think he scouts for this pool before he chooses to... I don't know.
Yeah, Teddybear got here pretty early on, and LaLush went for that early hatchery. I think Teddybear knows the margins between which he is operating, and LaLush is not in a position to really abuse this very, very greedy opener, unless LaLush decides to do something crazy and go for like a 2-hatch Hydra push.
2-hatch Hydra could punish this, actually. And actually, really early Roaches could possibly also punish it. Now, here comes the cannon, then Hydras needs to punish this, I think. Roaches
yeah, and now a 3rd hatch comes up, so that's not going to be it for LaLush. Of course, Teddybear is still getting the value out of this probe. Oh, now it gets picked off.
Very nice. What have we done? We just started a discussion about marzipan in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, and One Wing Angel, that's absolutely actually one of the better qualities about marzipan, is that it's very easy to shape, so you can get it in lots of fun party-sized shapes.
And cover cakes in them, which is much better than the thick layer of horrible American frosting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The finesse of sugar. That's something I feel Americans are missing, is the finesse of sugar. Like, sweets is good, but you need a blend, you need a balance. I feel Americans just, the more the better they feel, and it just becomes...
Yeah, like everything is bigger, so the amount of sugar is bigger, and that's just sort of the quality, but that's not how marzipan works, man. Marzipan rolls in the sophisticated circuit of people who appreciate sugar.
Mm-hmm. Very, very well said.
Now I just made marzipan sound like it's something for connoisseurs.
It's something that you Americans would not know what it is, but us Europeans...
Like a fine wine.
Yes, like a fine wine. Wow, the micro from Teddybear there, just going back and forth killing that Zerg, that was actually kind of nice. So we do have a Stargate coming. So he's gonna try something akin to what he did the first game, which did him very... Actually, this build is completely identical almost to the first game, except the lack of the Twilight Council.
Yeah, that's probably gonna come out after, if it is the same build. Otherwise, it's not the same build.
Very good conclusion. I'm glad to have you with me.
Yes, science.
Okay, we're back up to 93 viewers, then let's get into 100 this time. Let's see if we can do it.
I think that the sugar connoisseurs have tuned back in here.
Yes.
So, we have a Sentinel coming up. Very interesting to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah, especially with the 75 energy null, they did get a little bit of a nerf, but, you know, I think I know what goes on in Teddybear's mind. He's like, you know what, LaLush hasn't played this game in a while. I'm going to throw a new unit at him and see if he can deal with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That makes sense. It's almost a little bit of dirty play. but you know, you're 1-1 in the series, and there's $70 on the line for first place. You kind of want to throw in something there. I can see that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's not quite a dirty bag, but it's getting somewhere in the region. We have a Twilight Council to follow this up, so it does look like Teddybear wants to follow this up with his regular play, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, and okay, so this Spinecrawler needs some drone protection.
Oh, Zealots. No, Zealots are going to back off before it finishes, not take too much damage.
Nothing at all, actually.
Teddybear is sort of stuck here with the Zerglings out here from LaLush.
See, oh, Burrow.
Fine Burrow got interrupted by Zerglings being too close to it. And there we have the Sentinel coming up, and there's no defense here. Almost enough energy for a Null Ward. Zerglings there. Oh, that's Zappy Beam. That's a cool Zappy Beam. It used to have a different Zappy Beam.
It did, and it does two. So if you move away too quickly, then you only get one of them off. So it's going to respond with Spore Crawlers, but you also need Hydras to deal with this unit because the range is quite long. It is 6 range. So Spore Crawlers are good to like keep your workers safe for a while. But when those Null Wards start coming out as well, oh, it only has 100 max energy, so you can never play more than one Null Ward at a time, no matter how much energy you have. That's kind of like, I thought you had more energy for some reason.
One of the spores is gonna move down into the third, where no such spore has been put down. There is a queen, and I don't actually know. No, of course, queens don't have an attack at all anymore.
Nope.
Sentinel now. It's doing some good work actually, and of course, maybe more importantly, it's forcing the LaLush to keep everything back home. Some Hydras now beginning to come out, and that's gonna probably shut down Teddybear.
Wow, that's 13 Hydras at the same time. He's going for a big push here. I feel.
Yeah, he has to.
Wow, this might win him the game. Like, I don't think Teddybear is prepared for what's coming. These Sentinels are good and all that, but they can't deal with masses of Hydras.
Storm has just started. Oh, Hydras have been revealed, and Teddybear now knows. These are very, very speedy Hydras.
Well, he's only seen a couple, so he doesn't really know the scale of what's going on. But I don't think LaLush knows. Okay, there we go. He's like, I was curious if he knew that he could actually perhaps do some damage at this point.
Oh yeah, he knows. He knows he's gonna be moving out. Keeping the army together is really important. Oh, the Hydra's getting the Sentinels immediately.
Oh, very nice pick off for LaLush there.
That's a big hit for Teddybear. He's gonna have to pull back. He's gonna have to wait for Storm before he does anything. Is gonna try to sneak in a third, I think, with that probe going out. But yeah, this is a very scary push for LaLush.
Unfortunately, though, Teddybear didn't use any of that energy for those Null Wards, which would have been really helpful to defend something like this, to have Null Wards in the back shooting out the stuff they shoot. So yeah. They may have been changed since last time you casted. They kind of function like autocannons at the moment.
Okay. Teddybear has got some DTs in here, and there's no Overlord overlooking this, so this push is going to go for LaLush maybe for a little bit until the numbers get lower and those DTs really begin to be value, I suppose.
No,
can you say that a unit becomes value?
If you have an investor.
Indeed.
Almost like an investor. Okay, it didn't really work, but anyhow.
Also, we broke 100 viewers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, guys.
Awesome.
You guys are amazing.
Had to be broken at some point. Now it's time for 1,000. Okay. Now anyway, so we do have a lot of Hydras now for LaLush, and just really, really massive Hydras can deal a lot of damage versus Protoss, and he needs the Storm to deal with it. And even sometimes Storm, they also have to be really well placed and almost rely on the Zerg sometimes not paying attention. So it's
Teddybear is being really aggressive with those Zealots though, and LaLush does not want anything of that. He's I don't know if that's the right decision there. It is a lot of Zealots, but it's also a lot of Hydras. So it's I don't know. I have not played with this this particular unit interaction enough to know exactly how many Hydras can deal with how many Zealots. Neither player really has an upgrade lead either.
It's about like how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? It's about the same thing. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So it's the amount of Hydras it takes to kill this amount of Zealots is about how much wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry for giving horrible information here now. So Teddybear, I like his army composition. LaLush just going for that mass, but he is taking to Lurker, he is taking to Infestation Pit. He's not sticking to just Mass Hydra. That might not work that well once the numbers of High Templars get too high.
LaLush has an Overlord here, so he can actually bring that around to take care of this 1 DT here.
Where is? Oh, there it is. I didn't see that.
I don't think LaLush actually knows it's there. Judging by this.
Sorry, Vic, it's good to see you editing the EuroBow Liquipita. I have to approve your edits, so I will be doing that whenever you're done with an edit. Just let me know.
Oh, Teddybear almost running into this rather large army. LaLush has so much stuff here, and with the lurkers there, yeah, this is not something that Teddybear can just attack into.
Yeah, this army from LaLush is just getting scarily big, and now he's adding lurkers, adding a ton of Zerglings, he's getting more bases, and I feel Teddybear at this point needs something to... He needs like a Warp Prism with some High Templars, and he needs to do some harassment. He can't just try and brute force his way through Zerg at this point.
No, LaLush just has too much stuff on the ground for that to work out well. Teddybear is going to take out an Overlord here, but it also it completely reveals where his army is, and LaLush is looking to set up for a nice angle here. If Teddybear is going to commit to this engagement, this could be very, very poor for him.
Yeah, this is going to be LaLush with an incredible amount of forces. He's been macroing very well. And Teddybear has his star base up, though, fairly safe.
Oh, the lurkers are in such good positions. There's nowhere Teddybear can go to really engage LaLush. As long as he stays, doesn't get too close to this army or get some really bad storms thrown up.
He's sneaking in some units into the natural here, trying to get Teddybear into all sorts of different angles. And no, this forces Teddybear to stay right in front of his natural. This is not where he wants to be. This is where he could get contained for a long time. So many Zerglings. Look at that. We got 61 Zerglings.
And look at that lurker spread outside the front. That is amazing. There's nothing that can go in here.
This High Templar cannot die to this. He needs this High Templar to keep this base alive. He needs.
Storm.
Well, he has one more. That was not the storm he wanted. But it was the storm he deserved. No, I'm just kidding. But
Teddybear is also getting quite some pressure. He's trying to deal with these lurkers at the same time. Some storms are going down in that respect. It looks like LaLush has overrun this third base. Can Teddybear break through this force at the front, though?
I think LaLush, again, is doing it. He's breaking Teddybear.
Yeah, this is some really good positioning from LaLush. Great macro, and again, Teddybear has not been putting out too much pressure on his opponent.
Oh, this Nexus is so low, but the DTs are cleaning it up, though.
Oh my goodness, 2 gateways saving this entire base by producing DTs at the crucial time. Now, with no forces to support this, Teddybear is beginning to clean up these lurkers. It actually looks like he's doing pretty well, and LaLush is being forced to retreat here.
He is, and at the same time, though, Teddybear has a lot of Dragoons, and there's a lot of Zerglings up, and yes, he's making Zealots, which is crucial at this point. He can't make too many Dragoons. Oh, losing the Dark Templars! LaLush is trying to poop creep on a ramp that apparently doesn't work, and this base could be easily sniped, I think, by these Hydras, but they're not being tended to at the moment, and he is going to lose them. That storm was fairly unnecessary, I feel, but whatever.
Yeah, but it was awesome, you know? And sometimes that's
good.
enough.
That's true.
It did.
It's the reason why Bender smokes. It makes him look cool.
Yeah, it's like if you look good doing something stupid, it's cool.
Indeed, indeed. So let me try and set up everything again. Right there we go. Just losing my little bit of it. No, there we don't.
So we have about 6 bases here for LaLush against the 3 bases for Teddybear. Teddybear is looking to take a 4th here. Now, I'm not too familiar with this particular base interaction between Zerg and Protoss, but what is sort of the ordinary ratio? Is that still like Zerg needs to be up 1 base compared to Protoss?
Yeah, 1 base, perhaps 2 bases towards the very later stages where you have more bases. The problem here for Zerg is the position, the map. Well, it's not really a problem, but in cross map positions, it's harder to find like another natural base to take to get a main base for free. Because that will be towards your opponent no matter which direction you go. Well, if they were spawning like in this position, then he could go over here to go further away. And he's also done a really good job with creep spread. LaLush has a vision of a lot of the map this way.
Yeah, LaLush getting some Zerglings in.
Oh, we have... Okay, he's going to try and snipe this Nexus. This Nexus is really low. There's a big group of Zerglings coming in. See if he can get it. I think he's just target fighting right on the Nexus. There's no storm on this High Templar, and the Nexus goes down. That's a big suicide squad, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of resources lost, and at the same time, Teddybear, he's just going to remake the Nexus, it's fine. And at the same time, he's going to attack into this 3rd base of LaLush. Drones are being evacuated, everything here is going to get destroyed. LaLush is going to have to reconcile his forces to really make, to really stop this force of Teddybear. This is quite a large Protoss army.
It is. Someone was stating in chat that Protoss is stopped. I mean, Zerg stopped going Ultralisks in PvZ and Brood War now for some reason. I don't know. I never heard of that, but I haven't been paying attention to Brood War much lately, so.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I gotta say, I'm not up to date on the current Brood War meta.
No, and And I bet it's a fairly, it's becoming. You know what? I'm not gonna even say anything about this because I probably wouldn't. I would say something wrong, so I'm just gonna shut up. Anyway, Teddybear has a really strong army. It's all he's got right now. Like if he loses this army, he's basically dead, and he's engaging into this, and I don't like it. This is too much stuff to try and kill. He's just brute forcing his way through here.
Yeah, and he's been doing that most of this game, and I don't think that's the way to do it. I mean, in small
he's losing the High Templars.
Oh, everything in one hotkey group, and that costs you your Templar when attack moving. And that's what we saw there. Teddybear has indeed been brute forcing, and that works all right if you move your large army into a small position and there's no lurkers waiting. But in the open fields where LaLush just can really make that unit count difference worth it, then that doesn't work out so well.
We got the cracklings in the main. These can rip buildings apart in mere seconds. There is a High Templar defense, but it doesn't have energy for a storm, so he's just gonna prove himself to be a valid sacrifice. Teddybear actually saves all of his buildings there, but meanwhile, more Zerglings moving up to this new, freshly made turret. I don't think they can kill that off. But they got lurkers to come with them, and Ultralisk. Okay, now they might be able to do something.
Yeah, Teddybear did get a nice intercept on this army, being able to pick some of those high-value targets like the Ultralisk. Still trying to do the best he can to try to defend in the main, but this frontal attack is also doing a lot of hurt to Teddybear's army.
Okay, the High Templar didn't die completely in main.
The attack in the main has now been cleaned up, and Teddybear is left with a relatively small Dragoon force here. Is going to actually do a pretty decent job at taking out some of these lurkers, but the production just, I mean, it's alright, but he's really running out of options. I mean, his main is pretty much mined out. He has nothing in the natural. The third base is essentially his only economic foothold.
Yeah, he needs to do either economic damage to LaLush or get some bases up safely. I think it's going to be hard to actually get bases up at this point. He needs to use his army in a way to actually try to make the whole economic situation more equal for him. And this was really nice. Picked off a lot of high-value targets again, and he even got the Ultralisk. No, he didn't. That was just Zerglings. Never mind. But LaLush hasn't been that effective with his army lately, and he's ahead in supply, which is disturbing for a Protoss player to be behind in supply versus a Zerg. But I think Teddybear is looking to try and go for this expansion rather than trying to... Oh, he's gonna intercept this drop?
Is he gonna get it? That's a lot of Overlords, and there's some Ultras below it to try and sort of draw the forces away. Teddybear has seen the Overlord. Will he react appropriately?
I see. Oh no, he's rallying all the units to his cannons, but that's a lot of Zerglings, and this High Templar unfortunately just got made.
Also, we have an attack at the third base. LaLush really splitting up his forces and trying to draw Teddybear to all of the corners of the map.
This is what won him that last game, being able to, you know, split Teddybear's forces apart, and I think he's doing it again. Where is Teddybear's forces? Okay, they're in the main base now, but they're all in the main base. Nothing to defend here, but he has a lot of cannons. And LaLush isn't target firing the Nexus, but more Ultralisks incoming, more Zerglings incoming. Yeah, he's definitely going to clean this base up.
Oh, one cannon falls, another cannon falls, and it looks like this third base is going to get entirely destroyed. The workers are already down, and I think with that, Teddybear is taking a new one, though, at the right side of the map. So if he can set that up right, then maybe that'll be his next foothold. But any way you turn it, this is not looking good for our Protoss player.
No, he's distant mining at this point, where his opponent has at least 2. He's got 3 healthy bases mining. Even his natural's got some minerals left in it. So this is going to be very hard. But Teddybear is miraculously throwing a lot of units here. Now, meanwhile, LaLush has a bank. His macro hasn't been as good as it could have been. So this is one of the reasons Teddybear is staying in this game, I think.
Yeah, Teddybear is also making a lot of use of his large, his army together, which is dealing with some of these smaller groups of LaLush's army very, very well.
Yeah. LaLush needs to rely on these guerrilla strategies at this point, because the main army of Teddybear is kind of hard to contend with. Teddybear could go for the throat. If he can get all the tech buildings, perhaps. I think I would prefer to see him, try and, send up some units and try and kill the expansion. But wow, look at that defense. At the natural, he's going to have to break this position, which is going to be so hard. Some well-placed Storms could do it. Storms don't care about clumped up units. In fact, they love it.
Oh, they do, and this is actually beginning to look a little bit better for Teddybear, as he's getting LaLush in a little bit of an unfortunate position.
Oh, he loses his Observer, and there's Lurkers there. I don't think he can push any further now.
Oh, that's going to be a really, really big hit. Some Ultras back in the back, though, can't really get the surface area. More Lurkers coming out. Teddybear realizing that there's something wrong here. I can't see where your Lurkers are. I'm going to have to pull back. is going to pull back through this third, which has not been retaken by LaLush, so that's not going to be a nice pickup for him after all.
It's so easy for LaLush to take the economy of Teddybear. Only 3 cannons defending. He can't afford any more cannons. He's trying to put up a good defense here, but it's actually going to be the main base that LaLush is going to go for, forcing the whole army of Teddybear back again. And base trade is not something Teddybear wants to do versus the Cracklings. So,
absolutely not. Not to mention that LaLush has quite a few more bases. And it looks like ever so slowly this game is starting to get decided in the Zerg's favor. It's not over yet, but it's very heavily slanted that way.
Oh, and now LaLush is going to the money place. This is where he wants to be. If he can kill this Nexus, this game is basically over. Teddybear doesn't really have much more income. And he barely has 400 minerals right now. He's probably going to spend some soon. And okay, well, this Nexus is going to stay.
Yeah, LaLush just killing that one gateway to trying to get his army out. Some more Zerglings into the natural. This is now open. There's no more cannons, and the main is completely accessible. There's a lot of High Templar here getting morphed into Archons. A DT is actually probably going to be the most valuable to there.
Oh, he moves his entire army out of position and leaves his 4th base completely open. LaLush could take this opportunity. No, he does not. Actually. Oh, there we go. Now he senses what's going on. Sends a small squadron up here, and it might be enough. Only 1 cannon to shoot at this much HP. But this gives, Teddybear the time he needs to come back again, though.
Boost going down on the cannons. It seems that Teddybear is very familiar with that particular maneuver.
Yeah, he likes that. He's been playing Starbow for quite some time.
In the meantime, we have LaLush LaLush has, despite the large bank, has been doing a lot of production. We constantly see those blue streaks moving out to the out onto the map. I think it's really Larva that's capping him now. He lost a lot of hatcheries there in the last few attacks, and that cost him in production.
Yeah. Teddybear is not that far behind in supply. It's just his economic situation that's really horrible. He has a lot of observers now there.
Oh, a lot of Ultralists dying here in the middle of the map. That's a nice engagement for Teddybear, and LaLush cannot afford to be this wasteful with his units.
Well, what Teddybear needs to do now is to hurt his opponent economically. Oh, we could kill a ton of Overlords. Oh,
ooh, those are all just in the middle of that. Oh, nice. Zergling surround.
I think this is it. Here comes the Hydras again. Hydras really good versus the Archons, and yeah.
That's the rest of the army. Teddybear at 52 supply, and most of that is workers.
That was so fast. Those units die. It's like, bam, gone.
Yeah, that's Cracklings for you, man. They are so good.
Yeah,
I think this is LaLush cleaning house.
Yeah. This is
the game has been decided.
And like, even if he tries to block this ramp, he has all these Overlords. He can just lift up and, land into the main.
Oh, nice little bit of storm there.
Hold the line! Hold the line! No, don't go down there!
By all accounts, he should, because if he loses this game, he is out of the tournament. He does not want that to happen. Ooh, Teddybear actually pulling his forces back is going to help LaLush get up the ramp.
Oh, he's recalling an Archon to his new base. No, where is he recalling that Archon? Oh, he's recalling it to his... he's recalling it like... like across half a screen.
Oh, did you know that if you rift an Archon that is still merging, it will not continue merging until it is fully rifted?
That is correct. And LaLush takes the series with a comeback very, very well.